All right. Evening, everyone. Live market observation. Let me see. I need to share my screen here. Let me go ahead and do that, and we will begin. All right, where are we? I need to share this right here. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Before we begin, a rest in peace and condolences to Michael K. Williams, one of my favorite actors. He passed away today. Crazy, from what I heard, it has something to do with an overdose of some type. Very sad. He was a great actor. For those of you that don't know him by that name, he played Omar in The Wire, the guy with the scar on his face. Anyway, rest in peace. Shout out to him. And this is Live Market Observation, Volume 39. All right, so we're going to do some observation. We're coming off of training from last night, which was remarkable. Remarkable. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to check it out. It is training number 737 in the playlist. Definitely will remember that number because 37 is my favorite number. And I think so far that's my favorite training aside from 301. Yep. I know that that's crazy, but it is. Some very powerful information was definitely passed on to everyone in the group in 737. For anyone who may be new, well, before we even do that, first and foremost, as you guys make your way on to the observation, please like and share the video from whatever platform that you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from Facebook, follow the TeamAlliance page and also turn on the little bell so that you, excuse me, increase the chances of being notified. If you're tuning in from YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications. And if you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to retweet after you like and share the video. All right. And that's about it. If you're new to this content, to this channel, you know, whatever you're viewing from, the trading platform that you're looking at on the screen is a platform called NADEX. And NADEX is a very powerful place to trade because you can use your market experience and knowledge and understanding and apply it here successfully and make a lot of money. Now, it sounds good when, the fact that you can make a lot of money, but we know that it's what a lot of money will allow you to do. That really is what we're going for. That's what we're after. When you have financial resources, you have freedom. And that's what it's all about, freedom. So to be able to have something available to you that you can learn on your own, you don't have to join an organization. This is not an MLM. Nothing against MLMs, but this is not that. You don't have to build a team. In fact, there's a team already built for you. A real team. There's a very heavy support system that we have in TeamAlliance that will hold you accountable for what you're learning and what you're doing in the market so that you become successful and that you function at your highest level. So in other words, we don't play games. We're not here to play around with this market. We're here to learn and understand the market so that we can apply that knowledge to when we trade on this platform. And that's it. That's what we do. That's what we're here for. All right. This platform utilizes instruments, one in particular that we use, which is called the 5-minute binary option. And this instrument makes it possible for you to just simply be correct about where the market is going to end when the clock runs out on the binary. So each 5-minute binary lasts for 5 minutes. When the clock runs out, if you're correct about where the market is going to end relative to your binary, then you will collect the profits that you have placed your order for. So whatever the profits are that you are on track to earn, you'll earn that if you're correct. Now, on the contrary, you'll risk an amount as well. And basically it's a scale from it's $100 scale. So you can risk whatever you so choose based on where you enter into the trade. And where you enter into the trade will be determined by where the position of the market is at the time, and also how much time is left on the clock. So there are a number of different factors that play into the amount of profit and into the amount of risk that you have on each individual trade. But just to simplify it, it's as simple as this. You got to be correct about where the market ends. That's how you win the profit that you look to earn on the trade. If you're incorrect, you'll lose. And whatever you're risking, what you give up to the other side of the trade. And basically, there are other participants trading on the platform that are taking the opposite side of whatever your trade is. So whatever your way of entering into your trades is, there will be someone on the opposite end of your trade to take your trade. And basically, you guys are then at that point in a tug of war. So whoever's correct will collect from the other person or from the other side, because there may be more than one person involved in your trade, depending on how large your contracts are. So the bigger that your contracts become, the more people are likely to be on the other side of your trade to fill your order. So I'm really just giving general information. I like to do this at the very beginning, just to help educate people on what this platform is and what is available to you. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with things and you have questions, please feel free to ask. All right, feel free to ask. But yes, so basically with the binaries, it's so simple that people get a false sense of what they can do. People look at this like, oh wow, this is easy, man. I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna kill the market here. And just the fact that you're saying you're going to kill is a setup already. You got to understand that there's a level of respect that the market demands from you. So you can't use words like kill, because you ain't killing nothing. The only thing that's going to die is you when you lose. All your dreams, all your wishes and hopes, they will die with your trade loss. So you don't want to begin to talk like that. You want to, from the outright beginning, have respect for the market, have respect for this profession, because this is a profession. Make no mistake about it. What you're learning here is a skill set. And this is a skill set that if you don't learn, you will lose indefinitely when you trade. And what's so crazy about that is it's not that you're losing every trade. No, that's not how you lose. You lose slow, more than likely. You'll win some trades and then lose, which makes it even worse, because the times that you win give you the false perception that what you're doing in the market is right, when in fact what you're doing in the market is a coin flip. So let's put it like this. If you don't understand the movement of the market, you are flipping a coin every time that you trade. Period. If you don't understand the movement of the market, you're flipping a coin. I'm going to show you something interesting right now. I want you to see something. Now, you see how these candles, they're red and they're headed lower? Right now, there's 30 seconds left on this binary. And if you look at where the market is currently positioned, there's a reason why it came down here and stopped right there. There's a reason that it did that. There's a reason, as a matter of fact, that it's also staying there. Now, I want to look at this just to see where it ends. But this is going to, at the very end, it push right underneath. But anyway, the point that I was making here is that there was a reason that the market was pausing right there. And as you begin to understand the movement of the market, it's understanding why the market does certain things as far as how it moves that will be the reason behind your trades. Now, if you learn the market this way, this is how you will, over time, develop the correct habits when you're trading in the market. First habit being not taking a trade based on a trade. You see? Not taking a trade based on the trade. That's something right there that people have a lot of difficulty with. People love to take trades based on how the trade sets up. But the actual way for you to be consistent when you trade is to not trade off of the trade setup, but to rather trade based on the market's behavior and understanding stability when it comes. See, when the behavior of the market is stable, what that is doing is it is securing the trade that you want to take, if that trade comes while the market is stable. Only stability of the market's behavior will be the reason that a trade wins absolutely. In other words, when you're entering that trade, you're not wondering what the movement is going to do. You already know what the movement is going to do because you've taken the time to understand the movement and wait for the movement that has stability in it. And when you take that information and you apply it to your trades, you now flip the entire thing to the other side so that you're not just taking trades based off of trade setups. See, people trade based off of how the trade sets up and wonder why the behavior does something different at times. What am I saying? There will be times where you take the same exact trade and the market does two different things on each trade. There's a reason that the market does something different on each trade. It's because the behavior was different for each trade. Your problem is, one, you don't know that behavior is even a thing. Or if you do know, you are risking the profit of the trade that you're taking in spite of the behavior that you know is present. So in other words, you just take the trade anyway because you can't control your thirst and your urge to take a trade. These are the downfalls and the pitfalls of people who trade and never learn how to understand the market so that they can trade at the professional level. So what I'm saying is that only trading at the professional level will allow you to be profitable long-term, meaning over time. If you want to be profitable over and over and over again, every time that you enter into a trade, you have to understand the market first. You can't try to figure out setups in the market for trades. That's easy to do. Listen, everybody can trade setups. Any and everyone can trade like that. Oh, what I do is I wait for the market to have 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. And then when I got 145, I look and see if there's pricing on the option. And if there's pricing, I trade in the direction of the trend. I've actually heard people tell me that that's how they trade. Mark, I trade like you. I like to wait until, like towards the end of the binary. Well, trading like me is not just based on waiting on the end of the binary. That's only one component of when we enter into a trade. We need to know why we're entering into the trade. If you don't understand why you're doing it, fuck the trade. Fuck the trade. See? Because what's going to happen is if you don't say fuck the trade, guess what happens? The trade will fuck you. That's the reason why you lose some of those same trades. And you're sitting there wondering why the market did something different this time. Oh, it didn't do that last time. Damn, this time it moved in the last 30 seconds. Any movement or activity that goes on is movement or activity that is already present. Whoa. Anything you see the market doing now, the market was already doing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And if the market wasn't doing it outright, it was making its way to doing it. Something that we call transition. So either way, you not understanding or you actually understanding and still trading is going to lead to the same result over time. Over time, you won't be profitable. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So you need to fix the problem. See, the problem is not the trades. I'm pretty sure your setup is good. You got a great setup. I'm pretty sure it's good. Ain't nothing wrong with your setup. What's wrong is that you don't know why you're trading. See, it's not about the setup. It's about, well, is the market behaving in a way where this setup works? The setup has to be attached to the movement of the market. In other words, you need to know the outcome of the movement. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I just said. You need to learn the outcome of the movement. See? You're hoping that the outcome of your trade wins. But if you're hoping, it means you don't really know the outcome of the movement in the market when you do take a trade. And that'll be the same reason why you'll lose that trade. In fact, it'll be the same reason why you win the trade. So the same way you don't understand why you lost, you don't understand why you're winning either. Because you can't differentiate between the market's behavior and either trade. So you're just taking that setup, hoping that the market behaves the same way it did last time, instead of knowing in advance if that behavior is present already. So in other words, you don't know if that behavior is present or not. You don't know if that behavior is in transition. You don't know if that behavior is faking you out. You need to stop trading. See, so this is one of the reasons why I tell people to stop trading. First and foremost, people tell me all the time, oh, I'm still, man, I'm not consistent when I trade. All right, stop trading. Well, what do you mean? Don't take another trade. Okay, but what am I supposed to do? Observe the market. For how long? Forever. Forever. Observe it forever. Well, when do I trade? When you understand why you should trade. Now, see, it's like this conversation just sounds crazy to them because it's not clicking. They don't understand what I'm saying. But what I'm telling them to do is obvious. The reason that you're losing is because you're trading first. You're not observing first. If you flip that around and you observe first, then you don't have to look for a trade. Instead of looking for a trade, now you just wait for the trade to come. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I like this analogy right here. Just like knowing who you married. Facts. And this is where I was going with it. Payless is already on it. Yep. You observe the market forever. That's how you become forever Renault. That's exactly where I was going next with it. Yeah, this is what they be telling me. Yeah, I like to trade like you. I'm like, you ain't trading like me, man. You think trading like me just means waiting until the end of the binary. I remember this actually was a few years back. I did an entire video series where I took trades at the beginning of the binary. Some of y'all remember that. Just to prove the same point. Now, the reason that I don't teach people to do that is because you don't have to do that. You can just wait until the market literally just hand delivers you the trade. And you don't have to do that by trying to enter the trade at the very beginning of the binary. But if you were to enter at the beginning, same question applies. Why would you enter at the beginning? What do you know about the market that you got confidence to take the trade with 4 minutes left? I've said things in the past. Stability transcends time. Uh-oh. See, and I'm not suggesting that you do that. But my point is that it's the same principle. Same principle. It's not that you're predicting direction. And I want you to think about something for a moment. Just think about this for a moment. Anytime you see the market stable, you see this tool I have on the chart right here, this box? When the market is stable, haven't you noticed that the market stays inside of the box for longer periods of time? Have you noticed that? So just think about that. What's happening when the market is just inside the box for longer periods of time? What's actually happening? And if you just look at that alone, well, if the market is staying in the box for longer periods of time, that means that it is respecting the two strikes, the one at the top and the one at the bottom, for longer periods of time. Simple. That's why it's in the box for all that time. See? So that right there tells you a lot about time. Because the more stable the market is, the longer the market remains in the box. So that lets you know right there that stability actually transcends time. Shit. And that's why that's only one part of our tools. See, that's only one piece. That one piece alone helps you to understand the market more. When you see the market staying in the box for longer periods of time, it's letting you know that the market is one, either stable or in the process of becoming more stable. Everything I talk about, when I talk about smaller candle domination, range, barrier, clusters, all of that takes place inside the box. I'm showing you what the market does. This is what the market does. I'm not making it up. So the more that you start to understand stability, it begins to become more and more clear to you what actually is going on in the market. See, it becomes less about your trade. Because what happens is when you focus on trades, you take your eyes off the market. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You too busy worrying about getting in. Sometimes you should be staying out. Because the market ain't there yet. See? But when you're in trade mode, you get distracted by wanting to get into trades. So you don't focus on the market. You ain't even looking. You're so busy trying to get into a trade, you won't realize that the market it's out of position. You won't realize it's touching the strike. All type of stuff. All type of stuff. You'll overlook everything the market's doing. Chasing trades. Yep, that's what folks do all the time. All the time. Look at this. The box is our temple. All facts. Omega, this is a serious question. How long does it take to turn 100 into a million? You serious? Well, if you are correct about all your trades on this platform, you can do that in a year. Realistically. And I'm not saying that to suggest, oh, you're gonna become a millionaire. No, you ain't gonna do shit if you don't get this skill. So, I'm like, that's why I don't play games around with numbers, and I don't play games with what it is that we actually are capable of doing here, because this is real. So work on turning $100 into $200. If you can do that, then you can do anything. Start with that. And the reason that I say that is because when you start from the bottom, you're working your way up slowly. See? The day will come where you go from one contract to two, then 2 becomes 5, 5 becomes 10 one day. 10 will go into 20 contracts, then 40 and 50. Now, when you start getting up into them double digits, your emotions start to shift. You're like, oh, whoa, I got 45 contracts on this trade. When you get to 100 contracts, oh my God, I got 100 contracts. And the thing is that you don't want to feel like that by the time you get there. And this is why you need training. You need mindset. You need all of those things in place. First, hold on. You need that before you start trading, so that it becomes real. You got to make it real. And making it real means that you have to understand the market enough to have full confidence when you pull the trigger on a trade. See, you're not taking a trade because you're confident in the trade. You should be only entering into a trade because you're confident in what you see in the market. See, you have to know what the outcome of what you see is. And this is why, as you learn how to navigate stability, you're learning the outcome of the market's movement. You know beforehand what the movement is going to lead to. This is how you can position yourself in a trade and not care about the trade. Your confidence is there. See, this is why we have all of the components that we have in the process that we use, because each component makes the entire process that much more bulletproof. It's bulletproof. It's not bulletproof to the market. It's bulletproof to your bullshit. Whoa. 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 See, your bullshit kicks in and makes you do stupid things in the market. That right there is what you have to nip in the bud. It has nothing to do with the market. It has nothing to do with NADEX. People will lose a trade. Oh man, NADEX took my money, man. They're cheating. No, you just don't understand the market yet. Every binary that you see end, it ends the same for everybody. It didn't end like that just for you. Wherever the market ends, it ends like that for everybody on the platform. Which means it doesn't matter who was in that trade. And it doesn't matter what side you were on. Wherever the market ends, that's who wins, period. So if that's the case, then that has nothing to do with you personally, right? It's not personal. Market ain't looking at you, and NADEX ain't looking at you. Come on now. Yeah, this definitely should be the question. That's the question. Not how long does it take to turn 100 into something, but how long is it going to take for you to develop your mindset to get the skill? There it is. Shawnee said TA hits differently. It's like practicing your jump shot without shooting. Whoa. Whoa. You said you don't get better at this process by trading more. That mindset shift takes however long it's going to take. Wow. That's hard. That's hard. Look what Mo says. More very powerful information right now. I'm hearing this with a more deep understanding. See, what happens is your mindset starts to open up. It opens up what? Your understanding. Just like Shawnee just said, it starts to hit different. Come on. Like all of this that we do is building. People just think that I be on here just looking at the market and talking. I'm looking at the market and teaching. And if you listen, you'll understand what you need to do so that you stop losing. Because I know that right now, that's the problem that you have. You can't seem to stop losing. The immediate thing that you need to do to stop losing is to stop trading. Mm-hmm. Nico, what's happening? Melanie said nothing good happens outside the box. This is very true. Peter says worrying about getting into a trade will slap you good if you don't learn from that. Yep. He said chasing and worrying about getting into a trade will smack you so hard you'll be crying like a baby. Sit back and just learn this stuff and forget trading. I mean, what you want me to say? People are getting it. Folk know I'm telling the truth. Jeff Hunter, what's good, man? Carrie says training with TA has built a foundation that will hold up the house we are building. This is all facts, teaching on a spiritual level. Y'all see what, like, just come on, like, read these comments. Angel said that means how long can you go without trading? Simultaneously, being on the chart every day, observing the market is one thing. Observing and curving your temptation is the moneymaker. Bang, bang. See? The way that you get to the bag is by stop chasing it. You're chasing the bag. Stop chasing the bag. Learn how to become the store that sells the bag. You chasing a Gucci bag. We're Gucci. We the Gucci store. Yep. That's the dynamic. So, I mean, you learn so much as you really start to take in what you hear when you plug into this information. Like it's not far fetched. It's not anything that's all crazy. It's very simple. And the same way that it takes time to acquire a skill set in the real world that you're going to use that will be super valuable once you have it, that's the same thing that is going on here with trading. That's why I don't dumb this down anymore. I call this what it is. This is professional trading. So if you're not a professional, that's why you're losing. That's why you're not making money. That's why you will continue to not make money. You'll be just like the other 95% of people who trade that don't make any money. That will be you. If you don't learn how to operate at a professional level. And the blueprint for that is here. That's what I give you every day. Literally. You know, then that it's like, I sometimes it seems like I'm harsh with people, but I'm really not, because I could say a lot more than I do. But when people message me all the time, and a lot of times it'll be the same people, they'll switch up names and act like it's not them. I know that it's you, because the question is the same. Mark, do you think if I apply everything that you teach and do everything that you're saying to do, think I could do it in 2 months? No, because it ain't gonna take you 2 months to stop doing stupid shit. Took you 35 years to become the level of stupid that you are now. You think you're gonna undo 35 years of stupid? And I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's true. That's true. Whatever level that you're operating on right now, it took you however old you are to become who you are right now. And you're either becoming worse or you're interrupting that process of stupidity by elevating your mindset somehow. Which one is it? See? If you're still in trade mode, you ain't elevating your mindset. You think about trades. Think about making money. Your mindset is still low. It's operating at a low level. You got to elevate it and bring it up. This is more realistic. Look at this. Carrie said it's taken me years with an S, years to stop chasing the bag and follow the recipe for success. Look at this. There's another one coming. Jeff Hunter, I only take a few trades a month and make full-time income doing it the TA way. Real talk, been doing it for over a year now at this level. Come on now. See, y'all always asking me questions about who's successful at this. It's a bunch of folks successful at this that don't say nothing. Jeff don't share video. He don't do none of that. And y'all know that I encourage everybody to do it. He doesn't do that. But you heard what he just said. And there's a few folks like that. Some of them message me and let me know what's going on. I'm just saying. Peter said, when everything falls in place, then you know. Facts. Carrie says, the most of the time, the person is their own worst enemy. Facts. Hey, Mark, can I take it? No. The other nuts. Omega, just stay plugged in, man. Omega says he want to follow my steps. Well, if you want to do what I be doing, first thing you need to do, if you haven't already, 301 Mindset video. You need to watch that. As soon as you get off from this, go watch it. Go on the YouTube channel and type in 301 Mindset. Like, I'm gonna get the link for it. For anybody else asking what they need to do to start, Mark, what should I do to start? Getting ready for training. 301 Mindset. Understand that first thing that you have to work on is you. That's number one. Many people don't understand or agree with that, and they feel like they can just learn whatever the strategy is and they'll be all right. No, doesn't work like that. You have to work on your mindset immediately, like yesterday. Yeah, Jeff on the low. Definitely. Yes, it's a few others too. It's actually quite a few people that they don't say anything. They don't, like, you never see them in a group chat or nothing. I got a guy that's been training with us, gotta be since 2017. And I mean, this guy literally doesn't say a word ever. I think he might pop up in the group chat once a year and just say what's up. But he's retired. He's retired. Trades. Been training with TA since 2017. Still be painting, doing all type of shit. Yep. So, depending on how bad you want what it is that you want to do, the more that you plug in and stay connected, the easier it's going to happen for you. And of course, by nature, human beings always want the path of least resistance. We don't like hard shit to do. I know I don't. So when something is hard, I try to make it as easy as possible so I can get through it. Like, I don't want it to be hard. I want it to be easy for me to do it. Yep. Thomas says, knowledge of the market and submission to the market is the bag. Until then, learn how to next. Facts. That's it. See, all right. So the way that everything kind of unfolds throughout this entire process as you're learning the market is you observe, you learn what all of the layers of stability begin to look like. Like, for those who are in training, I did the layers of stability training yesterday. It's training number 737 in the playlist. And when you hear my description of each layer, does it not sound like 301? Sounds the same way. All it is different terminology and a more elevated, simple understanding of what we already know from 301. Because just like in 301, we don't start with phase 3, do we? We don't start by getting on the chart and applying the parameters and entering a trade. That's not where we start. Where we start in phase 1. So the same way we start in phase 1 is the same way that we begin with layer 1 of stability. If you don't have layer 1, how are you going to layer 2? Make sense? We're not at the point where we're trading yet. Because layer 1, layer 2, they give you the reason why you'll trade. Layer 3 too, giving you the reason why. Each layer is a different level of stability that's present in the market. When you got them all, you'll know the outcome of the movement. I said something more powerful than ever yesterday on the training that I've been saying for literally months. It just sounded more powerful yesterday for some reason. But basically what I said is that once you have stability present on all levels, it doesn't matter if a trade comes or not. Think about that. So in other words, even if the market is stable and a trade don't come, it's okay. See, the bottom line is that you're not being conditioned to be in trade mode. So if the market stabilizes and no trade shows up, it's all right. It's okay. Because it ain't about what? It ain't about the trade. The key is that you're recognizing stability in the market first. That way, when a trade, or I should say, if and when a trade comes, you'll know the outcome of the trade because you know the outcome of the movement. Come on, man. Mo said there's nothing wrong with getting it the smart way. Facts. Kerry said this journey has to be like Mark has been harder than I thought. Thank you, Mark, for making it easy to give us TA 101 training, basic education to be one with the market. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. You got to realize something about what's actually going on. And this is why I like to talk about statistics. I like to use statistics because statistics help to keep things in perspective. It's funny how the majority of people that I speak to, they think everybody makes six figures for some reason. I don't know why. They think a lot of people make a lot of money. The number of people in the US who make more than 100,000 a year is 9%. 9%. If you're earning more than 300 and I think it's 350,000 a year, you're in the top 5%. And to be in the top 1%, you have to be earning more than $500,000 a year. Now, understand something. 9% means that you're earning more than 91% of everybody. That means that if you're in that bracket, when you walk down the street, 9 people don't make as much as you. That's what it means. Just as you're walking around, 9 people do not make as much money as you do. And if you think about that and you keep that in perspective, it helps you to understand why so much of you is required in order to obtain this skill set. This is a skill set where you basically are positioning yourself to be able to make money at a level that's more than everyone who you come in contact with. What do I mean by that? Your doctor. You got a lawyer, your lawyer, put them in there too. You basically can position yourself to earn what the actual, what do you call them? The people that own the law firm, the partners. The partners in the law firm probably earn 250 to 300,000 a year. So you're in the same ballpark with them. And I just mean as far as the potential of your skill set. There are people in corporate America. They might have a base salary of 150 to 200,000, and depending on where they work, they might see bonuses of 200,000, 300,000, depending on what they do. So that puts them up, in the $500,000 area. And I'm talking about corporate executives, people that work in banking, hedge funds, the people that raise capital. I forgot what those companies are called. Whatever they call. Very small percentage of the population as far as income. Can you find people who make that much money? And we're talking about a skill set that literally you can apply when you're laying down in the bed. Hold on. If I wasn't here right now, I'd be laying in my bed with the laptop on the side, watching HBO Max and leaning over to the laptop every 3.5 minutes, observing the market in the bed. See, like this is a different thing altogether. But you're in the same position financially to make what these people make. That's the point that I'm making. Anthony Pandozzi, venture capitalist. That's what I was. That's exactly. I always do that. Anytime I talk about them, I always do that. But yes, venture capital firms. Yeah, these people. They make this. They make that type of money. Omega says, I've lost more than 800,000 in trading stocks for the last 20 years. then switched to NADEX about 4 years ago, and I'm still losing money. Let me put this up. Said I'm still losing money until one day I found you. Four years on NADEX. 20 years trading stocks. Mindset is everything. Right. Right. Your mayor or your governor. Right. Yeah. Axelrod knew. Bobby Axelrod knew. Yep. Yeah, they about to drop the new season. Did it drop today? I thought it was the 6th. Maybe it's the 9th. Yeah, it's supposed to drop soon. Season 5. Yeah, but so it behooves you really to get your shit together when it comes to this, because there's too much potential for you to be in the top percentage of income earners by having this skill, for you to waste your time playing around with the market. Just in general, this applies to everyone. It behooves you to not play around. If you're still losing, that's a mindset issue. Hold on. Man, oh man. If you are still losing, that's a mindset issue. Has nothing to do with your trades. That has everything to do with you. We got to work on that first. Got to work on that first before we do anything. Got to work on ourselves first. And that's it. That is it. Nine, 3, 3, 2, 3. Do a little exercise. The market is right where you see this arrow right now. Is the market going to stay in this box? Based on what you see the market doing, is the market going to stay in this box? Zoom in a little bit. 20 seconds. Market going to stay in there? Oh, it can't. It was last night? Oh, wow. I missed it. Damn. I think it's on stars too, if I'm not mistaken. And lo and behold, market stayed in the box. See, now that right there was not a trade question. This is all right. Let me help you out for those that are still confused, because the question is now going to be, oh, Mark, so could I have taken that trade? This wasn't about taking a trade. This was about knowing the outcome of the movement based on what the market is doing. The one tool that we have on the chart right now is helping you dramatically understand all of the movement in the market to the point where you understand what the outcome of that movement is. Because this could be a trade, yes, but this wasn't about, is that a good trade or not? This was a question about, well, what's the behavior in the market? Is this market stable enough for this market to remain where it is? That was the question. See, it was a market question. Now, when you start answering these questions with precision, that's how you know that you're seeing the market the way that you should be seeing it. It's not about prediction. It's not about trades. It ain't about none of that. It's about understanding the market. See, and your mindset has to be elevated so that you don't look at this as trade. This wasn't about the trade just now. This was a market question that I asked you. Because what's happening here is you're seeing how the market is behaving. And if you're understanding more and more about the behavior of the market, you'll know to wait until you see the behavior present before you even consider being in a trade. That's what understanding the market is about. See, is this behavior something that is here now, or was it already here? See, questions like that. Is this the first time we're seeing this behavior? Or is this what the market was already doing? These are questions that you should be asking. See? These are the questions. Just like another simple question. What size candles are dominating the market? Are they bigger candles or smaller ones? Market questions. So this is the type of stuff that you learn to ask through observation. You learn to ask these questions. And as you learn to ask these questions, you'll know the answers through observation. Because the market is going to give you the answer. You learn to understand what you're looking at. Powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff here. How long we been on? An hour and 20 minutes? Shiny right about this one. I ain't answering no trade questions. That's a fact. Yeah, Omega. I mean, I understand why you're asking that. I understand. One, I don't trade every day. And I don't need to. You can position yourself so that your contract size is big enough where one trade pays pretty much all of your bills for the month. And that's the position that I'm in. That's the position that you can ultimately work your way up to. I have a project that you can follow. And by following the project, you put yourself in the same position. So, the contracts is possible for you to trade with no issues. Don't got to worry about if NADEX is going to give you your money when you make a withdrawal. You don't got to worry about, oh, am I going to get filled on the trade that big? Yep, you sure will. Because I get filled all the time. Not just me, others as well, trading larger contracts. We get filled. Yep. I like this answer. Look, Rose said big. Big. That was my largest contract size. Big. Oh man. There you go. Right. It was 1-0. Yeah, two very powerful words. Very powerful. Dominance and stability. Yes. And would a bigger candlestick be defined as one that moves more than one micropip? No. A big candlestick And Del, watch the training from last night, 7:37 in the playlist, in the main playlist. 7:37, layers of stability. Watch that one because I talk about the size of the candle that it needs to be less than to be considered a smaller candle. And I don't want to say it here because I want you to watch the training so that you can know what I said in the training. Which tool is my favorite tool? I would have to say, I think I would have to say range. Smaller candle domination is my favorite tool. I know you thought I probably was going to say the box, but the box is just my favorite, period. I love the box. I love the box. That's just my favorite. But as far as my favorite tool that we need is the first thing that we are looking to see when we get on the chart, which is the range. That's the first indication of stability. So that's why it's my favorite one. Phantom, let me see. Project 21, Project Freedom, you grow in position size as the balance grows. So eventually you can take less trades, but enough money to be comfortable. Less trades, less risk, more skill. Absolutely. Absolutely. And understand that less trades is in one way less risk because it's just simply less exposure. But the real way that you're reducing risk is by increasing your skill. Elevated skill means less risk. And in actuality, as you elevate your skill, you get to the point where you have no risk. Because your skill level is so well defined that you never deviate from the process. So the outcome is the same every time. Every time. Yep. Don't hope for a fill if you ain't got the skill. And yeah, I definitely have been guiding people into what to ask. Absolutely. I'm telling people to ask market questions. Don't focus on pocket questions. How much money can I make? Can I turn 100 into this? How much do you make? Those are pocket questions. The potential to put like this is a multi-million-dollar skill. Period. This is a multi-million-dollar skill. Period. So that right there should answer all the pocket questions. Now, if you want it, come get it. Mindset first. Bilal said his favorite tool is patience. That's a good one. Visual quick glance. I mean, I love all of them. I love all of them. I understood what the question was really asking me. Is like, what do I feel like I need the most out of all the tools? That's how I interpreted the question. And what I need to see the most is what I need to see first. The first thing that I need to see is range because it's the first indication that the market is stable. Yeah, right? Am I telling the truth? So that's the reason why I said range. But I love them all because they are all a part of the one process that we use. 100%. Yep. All right, y'all. So I'm about to go get some peaches and wrap it up. So I will probably be doing a coffee and charts maybe tomorrow, or something. I do plan on doing the podcast this week also. So that'll be coming probably either Wednesday or Thursday. I got a podcast topic I want to talk about. And other than that, I'll see you guys on the next coffee and charts or live market observation. Yep. Following the news? Nah, we don't worry about news at all, Omega. Nah, no news.
What you talking about, Willis?
Nah, we don't follow the news. Did you ever discover why you lost your last trade from a few years ago? Yeah, just impatience. Impatience. The same reason that you would lose any trade. Same reason. Impatience. Yep. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. Mark for the TeamAlliance. See y'all on the next one. This is live market observation 39 volume. All right, I'm out. Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.